Money keep coming in. I can't lose. Yo, we're back with another one. It's Saturday. Um, Honestly, I've been dropping every day, and I just getting up in the morning and doing it, and I feel like the mornings when I have the best energy. But sometimes the lighting sucks. But it's these things I decide to talk about. I just they just come. I don't plan them. I don't you know what I mean. I don't rehearse it or nothing. I just get on here and speak from my heart, speak from my soul. And I feel it's important with anything in life to lead from the heart. You know what I mean? Listen to your gut. Speak from the soul. I believe that, our conscience is the authentic voice of God. Anytime I've never listened to my conscience, I've always got myself in a situation in which I could have avoided, or, oh, I knew that was going to happen type situation. Every time I've ever gotten in trouble, my conscience told me before, you should probably not do that, right? So that's why I just come on here unrehearsed and I just give you guys me. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to take it a couple different places. I want to talk about the power of the mind, the power of thinking, believing the right thoughts. This is what I always talk about, Our purpose in life, my purpose in life is to create the best version of myself and, present that to my people. You know what I mean? And too often I've realized I've only hindered myself by being the best version was because I believed the wrong thoughts. And every time I would believe the wrong thoughts, I would essentially create the wrong emotions, the wrong feelings, and then which would create the wrong behaviors and wrong actions, and then will create the wrong reality, right? I've been home since October, and arguably I've done everything I've wanted since I've been home, everything I wanted. You know what I mean? I made a plan. I did the work. I continued to work the plan, and it worked out. And I'm saying all this to say, things can happen for you way quicker than you believe, way quicker than most, people believe, most humans believe. But the winners know this already. The savages know this. The people that continue and it seems like they can't be stopped know this. You know what I mean? But it all comes down to the thoughts you believe and how you talk to yourself mentally. This is going to be my first time living in California in 8 years. I haven't lived here in 8 years. I always go back to school, go overseas, go back to school, go overseas. I'm never in California that long. And with that being said, I've already done everything I wanted to do, right? And right now I'm in this space where it's I'm trying to keep myself even keeled because I still remember all the remarks, all the looks, all the questions I had to get when I was on this journey. You know what I mean? Questions and remarks and feelings of, oh, Rashawn doesn't know what he's doing. He's wasting time. You're not going to make money overseas. You're never going to make it to the NFL. I had to take all this in, you know what I mean? While I had to watch people do the things that they said that they acted like they wanted to do, you know what I mean? These people were on this path and on their journey while I was on mine. And I had to take a lot of criticism because my journey was that of a different route. It wasn't the traditional route. You know what I mean? Even when I went back to school, it wasn't traditional. When I left school, I wasn't trying to do the traditional thing. You know what I mean? And I had to sit there and listen to guys talk to me and preach to me about things that they wanted to do. When in reality, people in life, they don't ever really get to do what they want to do. Most men go through life doing what they're told or doing what they think they should do. Most men don't even speak for themselves. They just repeat stuff they hear. You know what I mean? No one really goes through life, gains their own experience, and then comes to their own, their own conclusion, their own decision about what they want to do. You know, most men just go through life getting told what to do, coddled to the next phase, and they end up in a situation and then they got to be a man about it, which is good because at the end they're being a man about it. But the true testament, in my opinion, of a man is a man who makes a plan, sticks to a plan, and gets his desired outcome, and then loses it all, creates another plan, sticks to that plan, and again gets his desired outcome. You know what I mean? A man with experience. You know what I mean? A man with a story. You know what I'm saying? Most men want to go on a hero's journey. Most men, that's like in our innate, that's our innate nature. You know what I mean? You want to go out, learn your lessons, bump your head, come back and give all the wisdom you gained to your family. But most men never get to embark on this journey. You know what I mean? Because most men do not believe in themselves, one, and then they never try. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about, the power of the mind. I've only been home since October, and I've already been able to do everything I wanted. I'm not saying that because I'm better. I'm not better than anyone. God made us all the same. We're all equal. You know what I mean? Like, no one's better than the next person. It's all subjective. Some of us may be more wise than others. Some of us might have more experience, Some of us might know more people. But no one is better than the next man. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this because I think I'm better, but I'm saying this because I understand and I've noticed that there's a flawed way in our thinking. And it's not even our fault. It's unconscious. It's something we do unconsciously, but it's because of the outside world and external world and all the vices that most people have that they can't, separate from. Every time my thinking has been distorted, it's because something external, outside of myself, a vice that I can't let go. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm here to tell you, if you remove the vices, remove the external distractions, you know what I mean? Your life can move very, very fast. You know what I mean? I haven't been perfect, but for the most part, I don't really let myself get distracted, and I don't really have vices. You know what I mean? I've only had like 1.5 vice throughout this 8-year period since I've been clean. You know what I mean? And that's off and on with the vice. You know what I mean? That's not to say it's okay, but like, that's just to say, like, I've done the work to make sure I don't really have vices. I've done the work to make sure, my thoughts and emotions are correct around the external, right? External things don't really get me out of character, unless I fall in love with a girl. I fall in love with a girl, man. I'm liable to fucking burn the ship down, my boy. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But even then, I've even mastered the art of like being in love, being broken, and still continuing. You know what I mean? I still don't let the love or hate that I have for whoever, you know what I mean, stop me. You know what I mean? I say hate because you know how it is in relationships, up and down, you know what I mean? But I don't hate anyone. I got love for everyone. But yeah, so I'm saying all this to say it all comes down to the way we think. You know what I mean? You got to believe the right thoughts, and you got to stay willing to do the work. You know what I mean? You got to create a plan and be willing to stick to the plan. You know what I mean? You don't got to be perfect. You don't got to do it perfect. You just got to stay willing and be ready to continue, right? And if you are able to do this, and you are able to put the work in to make sure your brain can operate in this fashion, like I said, your life can move really, really, really fast. When I left college, I told everyone, I'm going to go pro overseas for a bit. I'm going to come home, get a job in the county. Then I'm going to work that job for a couple years. And then I'm going to move back to the Midwest and get a salary match. And then buy a house and do all that, white picket fence, marriage, all that stuff in the Midwest. So I thought, you know what I mean? Right now, we're at the phase of the plan where I'm about to get the county job, fat salary in Cali, you know what I mean? And then we'll work there for maybe a year or two and see what, the universe has for me. I know what I want to do, but every time I've ever made a plan, like God, universe gives me something way better. But as long as I keep doing the work and stay willing and headed in that direction, I know that, something dope's going to come from it. But I'm just saying, if you do the work, it works, man. You make a plan and stick to it and work it, it's going to work out, bro. Like, you just got to have faith and believe the right thoughts. You know what I mean? The bigger the plan, the harder it's going to be. The bigger the goal, the harder it's going to be. But, you got to sign up for it. And if you sign up for it, the trick to it is keeping your word to yourself. Like, it doesn't work if you quit. Like, if you say you're going to do something, then quit. It's obviously not going to work. But if you say you're going to do something and keep your word and go through the ups and downs, the highs, the lows, I promise you the universe will bless you. And that's the art of this. Like, no matter what I do, I'm going to keep my word. You know what I mean? And that's why people hate and love me. Because, like, if you get mad at me, you know, it's hard to stay mad. It's hard to hate, or it's easier to stay mad, easier to hate, because like once I'm done with you, like I'm going to continue to do exactly what I said I was going to do. And that kind of rubs people the wrong way. And like some people expect like certain negative energy in certain situations to stop people, because that's what most people do. That's what they do. You know, they go through a breakup, they lose a job, and they stop. They shatter, they break, you know what I mean? But like some of us, the savages, the winners, we've mastered the art of continuing and going. You know what I mean? And that really rubs people the wrong way. And if you got people in your life who are getting rubbed the wrong way because, you know, you're doing what you said and they have yet to do something they said, just remember, bro, life is a mirror, bro. Life is not a window. However they feel about you is because they feel that way about themselves, man. And at the end of the day, you can't do nothing about the external noise. You got to block it and just continue. Once we arrive to the place where we're just okay with where we are, you know, not worried about the future, not worried about the past, just present and okay with being and not caring about all that you want, that's exactly when you receive it all. You know what I mean? You just got to be okay with the process, okay with the lessons, you know what I mean? Okay with growing. You know, the Lord gives everybody what they got coming. Allah gives everybody what they got coming, positive or negative. So you don't got to worry about the people who wronged you or have done you spiteful or any of that matter. You know, you just got to focus on your emotions, your energy, and just continue and be righteous and move forward and help people. And like I said, build yourself up to the best version of yourself and give that away to everyone around you, your family, your community. And the hope is that that version of yourself is, you know, always constantly helping, you know, because if you stay in that space, grateful, acceptance, forgiveness, it's real hard for the external and even the vices to, you know, plague you and take over your life. But that's what I want to talk about. It's Saturday. About to go meet with the mentor. Oh, I want these abs. And then speaker event. And then I'm going to go get some food with one of my friends. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, repost, follow me on Instagram at staydownfit_Ray. Follow at Bay Affiliated. We're banging them out. Shout out to consistency.